Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Backpack Trader Training Room for Thursday, June 26th, 2025. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not individual financial advice. Trade your charts, not mine. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right. This is our only session today, so do away with the risk disclosure. Interesting situations on crude and unleaded this morning. We have a filtered trade. This crossover filter is keeping us out. And the magenta bar on the next bar, that to me is a get in sync, even though it doesn't do it on the calculator. But I would take that trade, and I in fact did take that trade on the micro market. It wasn't filtered in the micro. Because we didn't quite get this crossover right over here in the micro. But I would have taken this in the full contract also. Getting 15 and 24, 39 ticks. Would have been a one and done session. If not, you would be in this short. That would be your next trade. Let's see how the short does. Unleaded, similar situation. You got a crossover filter. One bar later, the filter comes off. Price is below the entry. That was approximately a 9-second bar. So fair chance to get in that. Giving us target 2, target 1 and 2, obviously. 47 for target 1, 73 for target 2, and would have trailed up to somewhere. Close was 967. Balance line was at 968, so we would have been off the prior bar. Balance line at 958. So 954 would have been the trailer. And the entry was 902, so 52 ticks on the trailer, 47 or 73, so you're right at 100 ticks at least for target 1, 99 ticks for target 1, 125 for target 2, $600 plus trade for target 2. And if you didn't take that one for the one and done, you just took a full stop out on the long. Market is open. Long trade on Micro Russell. YM. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. YM spiked up there. Yeah, that was right. YM is a no trade. Soybeans looks like, yeah, soybeans got in the short. Yes. Soybeans is short. Crude is short if you didn't take that get as a get in sync. Money management on the micro Russell and target 3 and target 4 on the micro Russell, now trailing. Now we've moved up 1 tick for our 14 tick minimum. Nothing on the pound Aussie. Crossover filter keeping us out of the short there. Unleaded if you didn't do the get in sync on the trade that would have been get in sync after the crossover filter, after the magenta bar. That's your second full loss. Money management and target 1 on soybeans. Target 1. Nothing on the YM. That long trade was too early. Stop on soybeans, 1028.5. 15 ticks. Target 1. Micro Russell had a short trade. I'm going to assume that probably was avoidable. There's a new long. So far, that's a get in sync. Price spiked right to the entry. That would be a situation where I would push my entry up a tick And let's see, where are we here? Yeah, we're 2 ticks below the session high. I'd push it up to 65.6. So that's going to make us 67 for money. Yeah, for money management. Calculator is still tracking, but it looks like it touched the stop on the crude trade. Looking like the get in sinks were definitely the way to play that this morning. Short trade on the YM. Everyone's big enough. All right. Long trade on the Michael Russell is off the table. It touched the entry. Actually, it looks like it got a tick beyond the entry. Too quick to execute and did come back to the stop. So that's another avoided trade. YM short takes full stop out. Target 2 on soybeans. Trailer at 27.75. So we'll move our next goal target to target 3. So 15 ticks for the target 1, 23 for target 2. 35 ticks, almost 8.75 points already. Target 3 is worth full 8 points. And trailing down, 26.75. Another short trade on the YM. Just barely enough for target 1. It's 21 tick. And a cent. That one I think is probably avoidable. We came to the entry at 14. Yeah, we hit the entry exactly, and that was probably avoidable. I'm going to bring up Micro NQ and see what it's doing. Oh, that's a get in sync. So we get a stop and reverse with no adjustment. So we take a partial win. We're in positive territory, so we're not going to adjust that. So we go to this new trade over here. We have a win and 2 avoided trades on the micro Russell. We have a break even, and we're in the second trade on the micro NQ, and that's going to take some heat. If it gets through the 200, we can have some trouble there. 26.5 for soybean stop. Interesting. Micro Russell and the YM both pushing upward, and micro NQ testing support at the 200 EMA. Very different pictures there. 126 flat for the soybeans trailer. And we stop and reverse on micro NQ. Entry at 22.5 flat. Yeah, right. But our stop, the long was 498.5. Yeah, I think that's where I would have put the stop and reverse, and we just took a full stop out. So that's 2 losses now. A break even and 2 losses. Two and 3/4 points on the trailer on soybeans. 2 positions in place still there. Long trade on the micro NQ. This is a more normal sized trade. If you're still trading the crude, you got an entry at 67 or a long trade. Has not triggered the long on crude. Soybeans trying to push down the new session lows, already setting session lows, needing to push down just a little bit further to target 3. So we got down to 21.25. Yep. And we need 20.75 for target 3. Well, stop moves there, getting us down to 25.25. Actually, no, it's hiding in the session low, the second session open, 24.75. Full 4 points on the trailer so far. Oops, oh my goodness. And that's a third loss on micro NQ, the long stopping out. And we hit both stop and entry on that same bar on that short on the micro Russell. Looks like probably would have been a valid trade. Depends on if it hit the entry before it went up and then came back down. Definitely went up and came back down. The question is, did it hit the entry before it went up? All right, another tick on the soybean stop. Now down to 24.5. 4.25 points with 2 positions. That's 8.5. And we've got 8.75 points in hand off targets 1 and 2 so far. YM is in a short. Good size trade. 35 tick, target 1. And 53. No, we have to move like 6 actually. Yeah, 6 ticks would actually put us at a key level as well. So not going to try to adjust the stop. 23.75 for the soybean stop. Coming in within, looks like one tick of target. I would move that target position. Well, that's only going to gain you 3 ticks where the stop is now. So I'd leave it there again. I would trade that for profit. Mark it out of that position if you can. And there it is anyway, getting full target. So that is 8 points. So we've got 16.75 points in hand, already realized on the targets. We have 5 points currently on the trailer. And only 1 position still there. The crude short showing it's just hit money management, but as I said, I would be out. We hit the stop at least once. Looks like two different bars hitting the stop. touched it. So I would expect to be out of that trade. And we just stopped out on the trailer anyway. That's been the only trade since the initial filtered trade. Micro NQ is done on 3 losses. Break even in 3 losses. Micro Russell has a win, 2 avoided, possibly 3 of. Actually, this could be a valid trade. It's either most likely an avoided or a valid. Let's go ahead and run a duplication of that. There's a long trade on crude. If you didn't take the get in sync of the crossover filtered trade, I would probably, now let's see, that's at 53. There's a swing to 54. We just got one to 53. That's a tough one to adjust. I'll take it at 53. Just over 6 minutes to the 10 a.m. mini session. All right. Soybeans trailer down to 22 and a quarter. Six and a half points. This is a $1,000 trade at this point for four positions. I am getting a target 1 win. I'm trailing now. That's a 35 tick win. $62 tick loss on trade 1. And a 58. So we're down 120. Picked up 35. So now we're down 85 and trailing. I am going down through target 2. Crude bouncing off session high at 66 again. Now it's going up. You see it getting support on the 20 SMA. Short trade on crude. That's going to be a stop and reverse. So that would be at 39. Crude's in the 10 a.m. That would be a get in sync trade for the 10 a.m. as well as a possible final trade for the 9 a.m. Soybeans with another push down. 1021 flat for the trailer. 7 3/4 points on the trailer. Just a tick away from target 3. Crude is short for the 10 a.m. mini session. Certainly, possibly is a final trade for the 9 a.m. session. And a long trade on pound Oztag on micro Russell. Okay, push that up a tick. Yeah, I just pushed it up one tick. Take 63.9. Not ideal, but we normally key level that. Triggers in. Got a little bit of a wick on this. Target 1 is big enough. It's at least our 14 ticks. Oops. No, we're not going to be big enough to move to target 2. So target 3 is set. Micro NQ was on a strong move up as YM and M2 Micro Russell pulled back. YM and Micro Russell now pushing up. We'll see what Micro NQ does. And there is a 1 tick stop move on soybeans. We have a full 8 points on the trailer. Okay, the YM stopped out on its trailer, then actually, did we get a stop in reverse? Or was it too fast? Yeah, definitely too fast. Let's see, our trailer was 476. Target was 477. So one tick. So we get 71 ticks or 125. So we're down 54. Or no, 120 we were down. So we're down 45. Or no, 49. So I said 71. We're down 49. 39. Can't do math today. The long trade is a no trade. We are long on Micro Russell. Soybean still in the short. Stop and reverse long possibility on crude. All right. 52, so it's going to go to 56. And we're still in the short. Calculator's tracking the long. That's our adjusted entry. 2 ticks for the stop and reverse. That puts us at a key level of 54, so we adjust to 56. So we are currently still short. And soybeans has a stop move and stopped out on that stop move. Stop comes to 120 3/4. No, I'm sorry, 120 flat. So that's 8 3/4 points to go along with our 16 3/4, 25.5 points. $1,275. Not a bad trade. Still in the short on crude. Our adjustments are holding. We got within 1 tick of our entry on the reversal. Stopped and reversed. On crude, now we've got target 1. So we went from 43 to 56, 13 tick, 26 tick loss. Ten ticks to target one with our adjustment. That was also money management, so we're at 57 now with the stop. Money management on the micro Russell. Well, target should be enough to get us to positive on this. 10 and 18, 28. Yep, 2 ticks. If we can get there. And there's target 2, so that will complete the 10 a.m. mini session. 2 trades, and we end up 2 ticks positive. There's a win on the micro Russell. And trailing on the micro Russell. Target 4 on the Russell. 64.9 for the stop. There's a long trade set up on Pound Aussie. One close below the balance line, and it looks like we make close below the stop on the second one, so that would cancel the trade. Target 4 on micro Russell, and he's already mentioned. It's trailer now to 65.9. Short trade set up on the pound Aussie. Triggering in. So the pound Aussie is short. No change on micro Russell. Stock hasn't moved yet again. Still, system is still trailing the crude trade. We've got our two targets. We're done with that one. Down 39 on the YM. Yeah, I was right the first time. Down 49. 71 to 120. Down 120. We got 71 on the last trade. And the long was too fast to execute. And a couple of three stop moves on the micro Russell. 67.3. It's about to go up again. Well, no, it's not quite closing that bar. Once again, we'll be dark next week. I'm going to be traveling and away from the computer. So we will resume Tuesday, July the 8th. $67.8 now for the, and moving up again. 68.3. Micro NQ now getting with the program. And unfortunately, our trade plan picked up 3 losses in the noise before things got started. And that one is done. Micro Russell's still long. YM is flat. Pound Aussie is short. Everything else is done. Getting within one tick of the Micro Russell stop. All right. I'm going to leave the stop on the Micro Russell there. One more bar. Not going to get up into the middle of this swing low. All right, we got it closed up above the swing high, so I'll go ahead and start to follow it again. 68.9. YM with a long trade that I wasn't watching. Ah, 38 tick, target 1. That's the one. 69.4 for Micro Russell. Stop and reverse possibility on Pound Aussie. Entry at 972, so 974 would be our stop and reverse. That's a key level. So 976. $69.9 for Micro Russell stock. $71.4 on the Micro NQ. Micro Russell. YM working its way up. We need target plus 11 ticks for on the trailer for break even. 12 or more is going to put us positive. And there is target. Strong up push. That may be enough to get us there. 524. And our entry was 508. So we're 16. Yep, we're plus 5. Micro Russell. A couple more moves. 72.3. Still in the short on the pound Aussie. $5.39 now on the YM stop. Yep, there's another move. 544 on the YM. All right. YM's moved up considerably. 569. Going through target 3. $61 ticks. So we're positive 50 ticks. How quickly things can turn. Patience of working through the trade plan. $577 now. No, yeah, $577 now. $69 ticks. And Pound Aussie did stop and reverse. And YM stops out at 577. 69 ticks on the trailer, 58 ticks positive. So YM is done. We are long on the pound Aussie. Micro Russell 72.3 for the stop. Six ticks above. We got within like 3. Taking some heat there at the stop. See if this goes ahead and resolves. If this turns and continues up, I'm going to call it a morning. Saw 5. Yeah, there's 5. 2 ticks away. 1 tick away. And stopping out the Micro Russell. That's just 2 or 3 trades. On the Micro Russell, so we can take several more trades. We are in the long on the pound Aussie. Those are, this time of day, kind of slow moving charts. So I'm going to call it a morning unless there is questions or discussion. Once again, I will be dark next week, back on July the 8th. So everybody have a wonderful 4th of July holiday. Good week next week. And we will see everybody second Tuesday of July.